which is here at the Open Spree on Saturday, where we're going to have an open stage and some pizza, and it's going to be chilled with distance. So if you're free on Saturday and you feel like coming down to Open Spree in Berlin, then please feel welcome. The next program, we have a cooking segment, and it's with Céline Veltman and Delphine Fourneau, and they're going to be cooking Boerenkool, which is a traditional Netherlands food dish. Thank you, Delphine.
I think so. Hello, this is Céline Veltman. We're gonna cook boerenkool today. I'm joined by Delphine Fourneau.
Hi.
From Montreal.
Yes, I'm in Montreal and it's the morning here, but I'm super happy to be with Céline today.
Yeah, we're gonna cook some really nice boerenkool, which is a very traditional stamppot, which is also like a general dish in the Netherlands. This is what it looks like in the Netherlands, but we all know it as kale. And this is just cut into pieces as it comes in the Netherlands. Yeah, I'm very excited. Here it's like 3 o'clock, 3:30. So it's a good time to make some boerenkool. I can eat it any time of the day, actually.
So you're making a different version, right? It's not the very, very traditional one. It's
yeah. So usually stamppot or boerenkool is eaten with meat, obviously. Well, not obviously, but traditionally in the Netherlands. But we're gonna make a vegan version, which is extra nice. I think you don't even miss the sauce and the gravy, because my version of that is way better. So for that, we're gonna have to marinate some tempeh. It's very optional too, but we're gonna make it seem a bit like bacon, a bit smoky and stuff, as an add-on. So yeah, I'm just gonna dive right into that, and we can chat a bit in the meantime. Gonna tell you how I'm gonna proceed from there. So we're gonna make it nice bacon sliced, and then we're gonna put it on top. So stamppot is like a general name for dishes in the Netherlands. That's like potatoes and any vegetable. So there's different kind of stamppot. This one is specifically with kale, which is boerenkool, and the dish is also called boerenkool. So if you would literally translate it, it's just gonna be like kale, also the dish kale. But you have different kinds of stamppot. You have zuurkool, which is with sauerkraut, for the German ones amongst us. We do use that too with potatoes, and it's really delicious. I think it's on my second favorite. We even we eat it usually during the winter, because it's a very hearty dish, and the kale only grows, well, it doesn't only grow in winter, but they say after the first frost the sugars come out and the boerenkool is at its nicest.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's eaten widely. Everyone knows it in the Netherlands, and I would say it's very delicious. Everyone should eat this.
And it's super healthy, right?
Sorry?
It's also super healthy.
Yeah, so kale is everywhere else considered a superfood, and we've just been eating it the whole time, just normally with boerenkool. But yeah, there's a lot of protein and a lot of vitamins in it. So I think, yeah, it's a great dish to eat. I usually eat it when it's winter. I eat it like once every week at least, or maybe zuurkool.
Oh wow!
And it's super easy. So I think you can finish it in like half an hour if you're managing it well. I'm now adding like smoked paprika for like a smoky flavor. There we go.
And is it okay to like cook a lot of it and then keep it in the fridge for several days, or do you have to eat it?
Yeah. Usually you get like really full, so if you make a lot, you don't need that much, so you always have some left. Sometimes I make like pancakes with it. I add some egg and then fry it in a pan. Not so vegan, but you can just reheat it even. I wouldn't do that today, maybe. So there's our smoked paprika. We need something sweet. They say maple syrup is the best, but I'm like a funky cook. I'm just gonna add some like.
We have good maple syrup here.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. Damn. You know, I have a very average like agave. I don't know what's it in English, but it's yeah, plant-based. Looks like that. Just a bit sweet, maybe a bit more. All right. Some salt, obviously, and some soy sauce. This is my soy sauce. I don't know. It's a nice one. So I don't have very exact measurements because I usually cook in like a very random to taste way. But I think you can figure it out like to flavor. Oh, there's some pepper automatically. All right. Some salt. And I think I'm gonna add a bit of oil and water to make a good mix because like paprika and salt, it's hard to mix. So I have some vegetable oil here.
So how long is it gonna be marinating?
Oh yeah, that's a good point because actually they want you to marinate it like an hour in advance. I'm very lazy. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna mix it, work on other things, and then at some point I'm just gonna bake it.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to do it properly, I suppose like an hour is what you want.
Yeah.
So when I bake this, it's gonna look really black and like I burn it because because of the soy sauce, but it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna eat it totally. So zuurkool with the sauerkraut is really nice, but you also have one which is called hete bliksem, which is literally translated to hot lightning, and it's with apples and I think onions and of course potatoes and I think carrots. I'm not an expert on that one because it's very peculiar, but it's called hot lightning because the apples they have a lot of moisture and they keep the heat really well. So if you eat it, you usually burn your tongue. And then you have one that's called hotspot, which is with onion and carrot and potatoes or like whatever you like. So you can make your own hotspot if you want. Wow. Just add some random vegetable and potatoes. Put a bit of milk at the end. So I'm mixing this really well. I would say maybe a bit more paprika. Just for fun. It can be spicy paprika, but
just a pinch.
Just yeah, it was a nice big pinch, but you know, we'll see. All right. I'm just gonna put this away, and then we're gonna start on the star of the show, which is boerenkool.
Yeah.
And very easy. So I have my pan. I'm gonna open it.
It's better open.
Don't forget to open your pan. So I have here like 650 grams of potato, together with like 300 grams of kale. I like it more kale-y. Some people like it more potato-y. Do whatever you want. No one cares. I'm just gonna add the small ones. Yeah, and then the large ones I'm gonna cut a bit.
Yeah. Just
to make it cook evenly. Then we're gonna add water. So I do it the traditional way. This one is 600 grams of potatoes to 300 grams of kale. But if I would be alone, I would do maybe half potatoes. That's maybe a bit extreme, but you know, I like my kale. And this, I have my potatoes with skin. Usually you have to peel it. And they are a bit peeled, but that's because they're fresh from the ground. And I had to wash them. So they're a bit like, yeah, a bit like that. So that seems nice. We're gonna add a lot of water. There we go.
So you're
Maybe a bit more.
yeah, okay. Do you have to cover the potatoes with the water? Or
Yeah, we're gonna throw the water away once it's cooked.
okay.
We're gonna turn it on. Add some salt. I have some big pieces of salt.
Wow.
Whoop, I'm sorry. This is gonna happen maybe a lot. So yeah, make it nice and salt. And then we're just gonna put the cut boerenkool. If you have kale, cut it and wash it. First wash it, then cut it, because it's gonna be a bit difficult otherwise. Just gonna take the bag, just throw it on top.
Very
Nice.
convenient.
Oh,
But
spill a
then,
bit.
if you can't find the Boerenkool, you have to buy your own kale and cut it, right?
Yeah, you can even use Colivonera, which is like a thick kind of kale, and maybe even like another type of cabbage, because yeah, you can use cabbage too. It's gonna be you have to adjust it a bit, but so this is a lot. Maybe I'm gonna add, when it's cooking, it's gonna like shrink, and maybe I'll add the other half, because I have 2 bags later, because I need it to shrink a bit. So that's all, and now it's just like a waiting game, basically.
Nice. Your fire is like medium to low, I guess.
Yeah, I would say medium high. Yeah, the medium high. I'm just gonna wait for it to cook, and then maybe adjust the fire to
Okay.
medium heat, and it should just bubble. And then I think in 20-30 minutes the kale is gonna be like properly cooked, and the potatoes too.
Okay.
And we're gonna throw away the water, and yeah, add some milk and other ingredients. I don't want to spoil it, so another thing which is important is this, which is
the
used
masher.
to mash. Yeah, everyone has it in the Netherlands, but I realized that people might not have it in other countries, but you have to use something to smash it. So use a fork if you want to take forever, but yeah, I would advise to get this. And then yeah, we're gonna use that afterward. I'm gonna show you the goods. But I have very good memories of boerenkool. Everyone eats it here, obviously, like I said, and in my youth we would eat it a lot too. And there's like a special way you can eat it, because my dad always let me play with my food when it was boerenkool, because you can plate it very nicely, like top it. I would make a little village. We're gonna do that after. And traditionally, so there's sausage, like pieces of bacon, gravy, which you have to make a hole for and pour it in. So we're gonna make some vegan gravy for that. And then some toppings, usually something sour, like pickles and mustard. That's the traditional OG boerenkool. So yeah, this is cooking. We now have a lot of time to kill.
I think it's cool that you said that was something you loved as a child, because usually when as a child, you know, when you see something green in your plate, it's like, I don't want that. And
yeah, definitely.
Making the fish playful is a good thing.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of why I liked it so much. Zuurkool, like the sauerkraut one, I didn't like too much when I was young. Now I think it's like a really good dish, but it's just really like has a lot of flavor. It has a lot of like pizzazz. So yeah, I would like boerenkool and then top it with random stuff, and it's very I think like anyone would eat this. It's so accessible in terms of flavor. It's not extreme at all. I think it's also very traditional for Dutch people to not put in any herbs. So yeah, that's a lot with Dutch dishes.
And I think it's very cool that you could make a vegetarian version of a traditional dish. Like usually it's not easy to remove the meat from this kind of food.
Yeah, that's true. But
think
a lot
it's
of
cool.
people have done it, and it's just like the gravy, but you can easily make like a vegan gravy. We're gonna make a roux. Normally you don't do that, I think, for a gravy because of the gelatin. Gelatin in the meat or the bones. But here it's quite necessary. You want it a bit thick. And we're also gonna add some soy sauce because to add some like color to it, because it can be very white if it's just like vegan. But yeah, and to add some protein, there's already a lot of protein in kale itself. But I have some nuts that we're gonna roast, and the tempeh, of course. So I love protein myself. Like I don't know why, but I like vegetables and protein naturally.
I mean,
so
when you're vegetarian, it's something you care about, like to balance your food and the nutrients. So that's very nice to have this kind of dish.
Absolutely. You have to take especially when you're vegan, you have to take good care of your, like what your intake is and what kind of vitamins and proteins and stuff you're getting. But a misconception is that if you only eat like vegetables, there's not a lot of protein in it, but there is, and especially in the kale. So it's a nice like meal for any vegan one. Yeah, all my vegan friends eat it too. I'm kind of flexible myself. I usually cook a lot of vegan, but for example, my parents they tend to have a difficult time staying like thinking of a dish that's vegan. So I'm giving them some slack a bit. Are you vegan?
I'm vegetarian, but
right. Oh yeah, the cheese.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I don't really like cheese, even from the Netherlands. So almost naturally vegan.
That's something I kind of miss here because it's mostly cheddar here, and I don't really like the cheddar. Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, at least we have some Gouda, and we have some French cheeses too.
Yeah.
We're very proud of our cheese, the Gouda cheese. I don't care too much for it, but don't tell anyone. It's just very salty and it has strong flavor. But yeah.
Is there any other dish that you like to cook?
Oh, the traditional Dutch ones?
I don't know. Like
well, I'm getting into like Indian dishes right now, and cooking more Asian again because I don't know. I wanted to eat more healthy, I suppose. But dal is very easy and very like vegan, so and very easy too. So I used to cook that quite often now. And for traditional one, it's very seasonal. So you have like asparagus.
Yeah.
And you use that with hollandaise sauce and ham. Just leave out ham, do something else, and with egg. Also leave out the egg. It just you can do anything with it. I think you just have to make a nice sauce. But that one is more hard to translate to something vegan, I think. And yeah, we have anchovies. Chicory. No, it's chicory. We have a chicory dish that's usually also with ham. So you have the chicory, you have to cook or steam it, make sure the water's out, and then roll it in ham. And then you have like a cheese sauce that you pour on top. So you put it in like a baking tray.
We do the
cheese
same
sauce on top. Yeah.
We do the same with the north of France.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's really nice. I liked it a lot, but it's very hard to make it vegetarian or non
Yeah,
meat.
because without the ham here, it's
Yeah.
just chicory in the oven.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Then it becomes a bit bland.
Yeah.
But you can do other things with chicory. It's just very traditionally Dutch. And then there's like all the different stamppot in the winter. And we have bitterballen, which is like a roux, like a ragout, but I think rolled in like, what is it? Not panko, but breadcrumbs, and then fried. We like to fry things in the Netherlands. I like it. It's called croquettes. It's quite delicious, but yeah, it's not very healthy because it's fried, and usually there's meat in it too. And then you have pancakes, which is everywhere in the world, but we have poffertjes, which is like tiny pancakes. I even have like a special pan for it.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
know
like the very tiny rounded ones.
Yeah, it's really delicious.
Yeah,
You there it goes. Oh, it looks nice.
Whoa.
So we're gonna turn down the heat. Just a second, maybe add some more boerenkool because now I can. All right. It's looking nice. It's very green here when I look at it.
Looks green.
Yeah, it looks extremely green.
So you had the second pack, right?
Yeah, because I hoped it like is a bit smaller, but it's not. But we're gonna make a pal like that, and then we're gonna put the lid on top. Let's see. Yeah, all right, that fits. So yeah, then that should cook too. I think it's already like going very well. It might be done in like 15 minutes or so.
Okay, nice. Do you want to talk a little about what you're working on at the moment during that time?
Yeah, I would love to. Just gonna grab a bit of water. And yeah, because I'm currently working mostly on Seminan 2, which is with a friend of mine, Timon. And I'm doing all the artwork and a bit of design. It's very like, he's a good friend, so we're just like going back and forth. But he made Seminan the first before, and it worked really well gameplay-wise. And he just thought like it could have an update on the art, so he's like, Céline, do you want to do the art? And I was like, hell yeah.
Is it
would love to. So that's it used to be like the first seminar is pixel art, but for the second one I wanted something like a bit more that felt a bit traditional, like wax crayons or like very like pencils. So I took a very long time to come up with a good art style, and at some point I figured something out, so I'm very happy with that. And since then I've just been making assets, and the UI has been such a pain in the ass, but I made it. It's done.
That's something you like to do, right? Mixing traditional and digital art.
Yeah, I used to. So I tend to work with a group of people. They're all my friends. And I think I'm the most traditional painter of them all. I like to use watercolors and pencils, and I like to buy it too. Like, sometimes I randomly buy stuff just to try it out. But in this case, I started working on Seminar just as I got my iPad. So it's only done by iPad. It's just like I wanted the style to resemble a bit of traditional stuff. And I think I kind of did it. I don't want to, but I'm happy that it's a bit charming and it's very colorful. Like I like to add a lot of color stuff in small places. So it's not going to be only blue. It's going to be like pink, purple, and green, and
Nice.
so yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And Simon is going to do the programming and most of the design and stuff. But the design's already pretty much there. We just have to make it now.
Is it? Do you already shared some stuff, or do we have to wait a little more to?
No, I already. Well, on Twitter you can see like some sneak peek of what it is going to look like. One image I made when I had the textures kind of like in place and some assets made, like some trees. So you can see a little village there. And in game, it's now we have like generated islands and stuff. Maybe I should tell what the game is about, by the way, because it's like a godlike card game. So you have like a handful of cards, and then you like shape the world, and you have a civilization, and the goal can be different, but usually you want them to go into space to make a rocket. But it's really hard. Like I'm really bad at Simulant 1. I never made it to the rocket part. So
okay.
yeah, but yeah, it's funny. I check the wiki very often to see like what's in there again. What should I make now? But yeah, that has been very useful.
But you have a place where you can work together, I think.
Yeah, so I think one of the great things what we did. So I studied at the HKU, HKU in the Netherlands. I studied game art there. It was a cool place, but I thought the people were nicer. So there was a selected group of people that I really like. They're really cool people.
They are.
And then yeah, you know them all too well.
Yeah.
They're very fun and very creative, and a bit strange, but I love that. But yeah, I'm saying that, and when it comes from me, it's a bit weird. But right in the last year, we had to do like an entire project by ourselves, and we somehow, Lisa, my good friend, and I managed to like get a space for all of us, and we worked together on our own stuff in there, and that was for like half a year, and we liked that so much that we decided to do that after we finished our graduation. So after our graduation, we went looking. Well, all the credit goes to Simon and Lisa because they managed this, and they found a co-working space, or at least a space that we turned into a co-working space, which was like a building that was going to be destroyed, but we could be there for like a year, and it worked great. Like it was a bit of like a hassle how we're gonna do that, how we're gonna like manage the rent and who's gonna pay what. But now we have a good system, and it was kind of like figuring out.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it has been, I think, 4 years after we finished our graduation, and from there, at some point, the building was going to be destroyed. So we moved to the Stadstein, but it was a bit like, it was very tiny, and we were like very close to each other, and it wasn't that comfortable.
Yeah, and also expensive now.
Yeah, it was a bit expensive for what we. Well, I don't want to say any bad things, but it was just not our place. It didn't fit for us. I think it was a bit not corporate, but business-like, very business-like mind, and we just wanted something creative.
I can't hear you, Spike.
And then another good friend, Esther, she had some really nice connections. And now we're in a really nice place because they built an entire building just for us. Like we're 10, 11 people. Yeah. We're called Bonehead, the entire group. We had to have some kind of name. And they built a bomb tower.
Here we go.
Boomhut is literally translated like tree house.
Coming outside.
So they built the bomb tower, which is like a tree tower. And it's in between two trees, and then they were like, Yeah, but bone huts, they gotta be in there.
1 2 2
So we have an entire tower
3
just
4
for
5
us,
6
and we
7
have like
8
3
9 10 11
floors.
12 13 14
And
15
yeah,
16
the rent is
17 18
really
19
nice
20
for what we're getting.
21 22 23
Uh,
24
we're just in the
25
middle of this
26
process, just has
27
been finished,
28
so
29
COVID
30
hit. Now we
31
couldn't work together,
32
you know, we haven't seen
33
each other for an
34
entire year.
35
And yeah, but
totally fine. Both signals and
then,
audio.
at some point
You can
we
hear
got
my audio, or you
finished.
just watching
It was a
me
bit
though?
delayed, like the building part. Oh,
Okay, cool.
oh, excuse
Great,
me.
great, great. I might just go inside quickly.
My ultimate setup has been
1 second. Oh, sorry.
destroyed.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Can
10.
you see the?
Still got me?
No.
I don't see the pan.
Still got me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Great.
Better.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's with a lot of
Lovely.
tape.
Coming back.
How's
okay.
this?
It's
Yeah,
good.
this is all right.
And-
All right, it's looking nice. I think I'm gonna turn it off.
Oh yeah, already.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna check if the potatoes are ready
Mm.
and the kale. I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna throw it here. It looks really nice and green.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah, it seems fine.
Is it cooked?
Yeah. So then we can start on other things too. So yeah, now we have this entire tower, and it's very ecologically, like the tower itself is very interesting on its own. Like it's ecologically built with like recycled materials. Yeah, I don't even have to check that. That seems fine. Let's see.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, quite delicious. I would say maybe the kale a bit longer, but that's fine. Okay, now we can turn that off.
Fast.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like I said, like boerenkool, super easy. Like one of the easiest dish I know. We can start on the gravy and stuff a bit. And the tempeh. Oh, first we're gonna roast some nuts. So yeah, we've been working in there for a short time. We're working on we just did the cosmetics, like we had to build a floor and paint the walls and stuff like that. And now we're doing the interior. Yeah, the kitchen. We had to build the kitchen, and everywhere around us there's still like buildings being built. Let's put a bit more. Let's not be. Yeah, nice.
But yeah, you showed me some pictures, and it seems very green and super.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, like peaceful to work there.
Yeah, it is. Oh, the other great thing about this location is that it's together with a lot of other like creative-minded people, like doing handcrafts and such. Other illustrators or people that make like design necklaces or earrings, or like even a hairdresser. And yeah, we're actually building like a bit of a community. So there's like a garden which yeah, we keep together, and it's just really nice. I put this on high heat, by the way, just to make it roast. I'm not a professional in roasting nuts, so then just do whatever feels right.
Yeah.
Should be a couple of minutes. I do this because if I do this after the nut tempeh, then it's gonna be hard to. There's like gonna be a bit sticky because of the.
Is it
because of the tempeh?
Pecan nuts or?
Yeah, so you can use any kind of nuts as substitute. I have pecan nuts. I think they fit really nicely, but you can use hazelnuts, walnuts, cashews. I don't know. Go crazy. Like boerenkool, you can make it your own dish, and no one, you know, this is mine, and you can throw in anything. If you want apple on top of your boerenkool, no one's gonna stop you. It's just gonna be like a really interesting boerenkool, I would say. All right. So yeah, we've been working there for some time, and it has been really cool because it allows us to like play test each other's games and look at each other's work. Yeah, give feedback. I'm just really happy we, after all this COVID, we have some place to go and like, yeah, I don't know, work together again. We're really good friends, so I miss them a lot after an entire year.
Yeah, that was long.
Yeah.
And you told me that you were also working on some more personal projects.
Yeah, I am. So next to Simland, I might have an upcoming thing that involves a lot of watercolor and forest. And then I have a personal project that's working on and off. I think it's really hard to work on personal projects just by yourself without a deadline. And yeah, so I'm just taking my time. Simland is my main thing, but it's a game that's about a dandelion. And this is a game, I have 2 ideas that I want to produce at some point in my life. And this game is something that is really easy to program, as I'm usually the artist, and I find it really hard to program actually, and it's therefore very hard to do the like prototyping and testing stuff. So my big idea is more about space. It's very heavy physics. I would prototype it. I dropped it because it was too, like, it was going to take me forever, and it doesn't generate any money. And it's just like me doing my stuff. And then the other thing is about a dandelion, which I thought of as an in-between project, something that helps me to learn how to program. And this dandelion goes through like his life and has like 4 stages. So it starts as a young plant, then it becomes like a flower, and then it becomes like a white flower, the dandelion with
fluffy,
the head full of seeds, just turning these. And then like the dandelion without any seeds, right? Which is like going to be an old dandelion. And in this stage, the dandelion will come across like different insects, and I tend to like my games very, maybe a bit like colorful and cute. I don't know why, because it's not how I look at the world, but I like to incorporate that. And they usually have like a very emotionally, how do you call that, where you can really connect with whatever you're seeing.
Relatable too.
Yeah, something very relatable. So this dandelion has like a face and emotions, and in each stage of its life, it will encounter like an insect that's struggling with something. And an example is like this bee that feels the pressure of his hive and about performing and working hard for whatever he...
Poor bee.
Yeah.
Poor bee.
Yeah, poor bee. You know, it has a bit to do with things I struggle with, obviously. But I don't want that to be the main part. I want the game to be about playing and exploring and touching everything and just having a really nice experience. And it's going to be a bit narrative. You'll be able to talk with the insects. Or yeah, I'll have to test this, but I'm finally a bit settled on what kind of visuals they are, because that's what I was struggling with. Weirdly enough.
You posted something recently on your Twitter, and I really dig it. Yeah, it's super nice.
Thank you.
And I really dig the idea too.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I hope I can like make a proper like prototype at some point and show it to people. And then, yeah, I still have to adjust a lot of things. I'm not happy with what it looks like now. But I thought it would be cool if like the entire game is played in a frame. And yeah, that's now kind of what it looks like, but I have to change it a bit. But it's really easily like programmable so far. When I program, I do it very efficiently, and I've been reusing all the scripts I've written like a year ago. Ooh.
Like, yeah, I did this one, I can't get rid of it. I must use it.
Yeah, and it's very like efficient, so ooh.
Careful.
Sorry. All right, I'm just gonna put on the tempeh now.
Nice.
Just a second. Put in some oil, a lot of oil. And in the meantime, we're also gonna make the gravy. So yeah. And then there's my other idea that I had before this dandelion idea, which is about a planet, because I really want to make games that have some kind of purpose and that teach something or that helps someone. I don't know why, but I have this drive that I want to be able to make a difference to something or someone. And I think I really love space and space exploration. And I wanted to make a game about the galaxy and how like a solar system comes to exist. Because people usually people don't know anything about this. They don't even know like the names of the planets in our solar system. And I think just it's a bit weird, but I'm really into exploration, but I want it to be in a playful way. Like I want you to have a planet and I want you to experience how it came to exist and the entire solar system. And then I want you to play with it, it's gonna have emotions too, and you're just gonna shape it and
That's
make it look
ambitious.
yeah, it's extremely ambitious because it needs like a gravity field and it needs like
Wow.
I want it to be 3D, and usually I'm like a 2D person. But yeah, that's why I dropped it, obviously. So maybe later, when I have the skills, or when I find someone with the right skills.
Yeah, and you can work on some concepts and ideas.
Yeah, I would love that. But for now, yeah, I'm really happy working on Simulants. It's a bit high. I think it should be on low. As I said, it's gonna look very burnt, but it'll be all right. That's because of the soy sauce. And we're now gonna make the gravy, which is onion. I'm gonna cut some onion there. And it's gonna be a roux, which is like butter mixed together or some kind of like fat mixed together with some flour to make it thick. And onion
cry.
for. Sorry?
Don't cry.
Don't. Yeah, I'm like almost staring into this onion, but I'm gonna try my best. Luckily, they're a bit old because I have these always in my storage. All right. And whilst that cook, we can stamp the boerenkool. So we're gonna make this a bit. Yeah, we're gonna cut this. I have some vegan butter.
I can't see well. Is it garlic or onion?
It's onion.
Okay.
Let's see.
I mean, I can't see well.
Yeah, it's just onion, and you can add anything to your gravy if you want. You're just gonna put in some butter, like a lot, and turn the heat on, let it melt a bit, add some oil. Whoa. And let the onion cook a bit. Whoa, dropped some. That's all right. So I think the tempeh is coming along nicely. How about we stamp our stamp hold?
Yay.
And I mean like mash. In Dutch, stamping, or yeah, or stamp hold. The stamp in stamp is mash. I'm gonna have. It's gonna be really hot, so I'm just gonna. Just 1 second. Whoop. Excuse me.
The camera just moved a little.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to grab like something because of the heat.
Mm-mm.
And we're gonna pour away our water.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna like that. Maybe not all of it, but most of it.
Okay.
Like a lot. And then we'll add some milk to have a good moisture level, because we want it to be like really smooth, I would say. So tempeh. Camera still right? Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh.
Wow.
So then it's time for the spices. I'm just gonna add some butter. Don't be shy. It's a lot of stamppot. It's gonna make it really smooth. People would say that you need like twice as much butter, probably. But I'm gonna be a bit shy here. Let's add some milk.
So are you using
yeah,
almond milk?
it's like soy milk.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I usually have oats. It's better. It's like more available. Well,
and more ecological, I think.
Yeah, more ecological. That's why. I'm gonna turn off the tempeh. All right, I'm gonna. In the meantime, so now I'm gonna do a bit of multitasking. I'm gonna add some flour to the roux to make it a bit thick.
The roux.
Yeah, the roux.
I think it's a French thing, right? It's a
Yeah,
French
it is.
word, yeah.
To make a ragu is the most famous one with a lot of roux, right?
Yeah.
Love me some ragu. All right.
The final
So, yeah, the final run. Let's stomp this stump-hole. So you're just gonna have to press real hard.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of force.
It is.
There we go. I usually do a little shaker.
Wow.
Yeah, make sure you mash the potatoes quite well. Yeah, now it comes together. And if it is hard mashing, you use like some extra milk. So it's going well. I'm just gonna mix it a bit, like the lower side. That seems very mashed. All right.
Just so you know, if you have any question for Céline about the Boerenkool recipe, you can ask them on Discord.
Yeah, I love to talk about Boerenkool. Yes. Good idea. So it seems mashed. Seems all ready.
Yeah.
This is kind of what it looks like. I would say it's high on. So we're gonna add like some stock to the gravy. I use some mushroom stock, but usually you do vegetable stock. But this is my boerenkool, so I have whatever I want.
That's true.
And it's quite delicious. So we're gonna add some water, make it a bit thick. And then we're gonna place it, Delphine. Let's see, let's clean it up a bit. So You see my plate? Yeah. So we add the boerenkool in the middle.
Yes.
Here we
Wow.
go. We want a nice portion. I mean, we're not. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a bit a lot. That's maybe a lot. Some more.
It's so yummy.
Ooh, that's a gigantic potato. This looks like a really nice ratio of kale. And then traditionally, I would say we have to play with it like I did as a child. So we make a hole for the gravy. See how the gravy is doing. We're gonna add some more water. So we usually let this cook a bit longer, but now we have to plate it. So I did a bit bad on the timing, and I did forget to add nutmeg, which is like a really nice ingredient to add to your boerenkool. So don't forget to add it yourself. Yeah, some soy sauce for the color. That looks nice. Put it on high heat. So yeah, whilst we're waiting for the gravy to be done, let's plate it. Do you have any ideas on what kind of village we want?
I don't know. Maybe you could make some little towers with the tempeh, like they're living in
maybe.
It's like
Yeah, I'm the professional. Like that.
like tree houses.
Right. That looks
that's
nice. And you top it with mustard, pickles, or something very sour, which is pickles. So some of that. I like Dijon gravy. The gravy should be a bit thick. Maybe some more of these. Looks nice. And then, yeah, I would say, where's the spoon? There we go. Put a bit of gravy in the middle.
Yes, like a little lake.
Yeah, like a little, indeed. It is a little lake.
Oh. I can't wait to come to see you in the Netherlands and taste your boerenkool.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna cook this for you. It's delicious.
Yes.
And sprinkle it on top, or like some bushes on the side.
Oh wow.
Don't forget the pickles.
Important.
Some, yeah.
We lost
Maybe like trees. Nice. I would say that's a really proper boerenkool dish.
Maybe we should
I would let you try.
show us the plate at your computer because we lost the other camera.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Maybe like that.
Yes.
This should be fine.
Yes.
Excuse me. This is what the boerenkool looks like.
It's ready. So nice.
Delicious.
Thank you so much, Céline.
Thank you, Delphine. It was really nice to do this together.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope you try it. Very healthy, very quick, very delicious.
And you
All
can
right.
make your own recipe, right? So nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just adjust it to anything you like. I love my boerenkool. I'm gonna give this to anyone at Boomhead right before we go bouldering.
Who wants
it? There's a lot of it for just one person, so yeah, I would say maybe a bit more of that. And if you just run out, you can add some like baked onions, like the crispy onions on top. That works well for a vegan dish too. So yeah. Mayonnaise, even if you're crazy. So yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
watching, who watched Boerenkool, and glad to be at May. Right, sorry. In the end, I thought I needed to fill some space, but
yeah, it was a little lagging in the end, but I
ooh,
think
sorry. Did you see the place?